Panzer Corps 2 with Mike. We're headed into the next scenario, which is the Battle of Moscow, going to be fought by Fedor von Butcherstein in the Eastern Front Theater, the Russian theater. Let's wait and see what our commanding General James Mason has to tell us on this briefing. It is November.
The horrid Russian winter is hitting our forces harder than anyone has expected. And our opportunity for a quick defeat of the Soviet Union diminishes by the hour. With the rain, the mud freezing into snow and ice, one final push to Moscow is going to be attempted. Hardly ideal conditions to start with, but still have more bad news. Forward recon elements of 3rd Panzer Group have reported major Soviet reinforcements have arrived from the east. There's no doubt that these troops are already entrenching throughout the city. Therefore, the mission will need to be broken down into 3 distinct parts. First, you must push your troops through the defensive lines around Moscow. I recommend focusing on here, or here. Second, critical government locations across Moscow will need to be secured decisively. I suggest you start with the Kremlin here, and then go here, and here. But the choice is yours. Finally, once the last of the city's defenders have been cleared out, you will need to hold the city against any potential waves of Soviet reinforcements. It now falls on you to carry out this most critical of operations. Good luck, General.
Well, it seems pretty grim. The encirclement and attack at Kiev and the early road to Moscow has kind of left us with a few options. We're going to try to take the city. We have towns along the way, around the perimeter. It looks like the main thrust of the attack is going to be up this way and this way towards the city, with some holding forces on the northwest side. So expecting a lot of Siberian reinforcements to come in, and even if we take the city in a timely manner, it may be a problem. So, all right, that's the situation. That's our briefing. We will be back. It is the 15th of November, 1941, in the Eastern Europe Theater, the Russian theater, the Eastern Front. Let's come back and see what Fedor von Butcherstein has up his sleeve for this particular operation. Okay, we are back now to set the order of battle for Fedor von Butcherstein's attempt to take Moscow. I think the two main thrusts are going to be from the south and the southwest towards the city, get across the Moscow River there, get into the Kremlin and the other supporting areas, fortresses. It's going to be tough because my forces are going to be spread out and I've only got some limitations. Fortunately, I do have some auxiliary forces available in this scenario. So let's get to our forces here. We're weakened a little bit from our last battle, so we will upgrade them all as best we can. Looks like everybody got up to full strength except this Panzer III J1, which was a prototype unit, and that sucker is not going to be able to fight at full strength. He has an 18 anti-armor. If I downgrade him to a Panzer III J or an H, he goes to 16. Panzer IV-F. I do have some Panzer IV-Gs that are prototypes, but not enough. I don't have any captured tanks. So I'm going to have to look at him. I've got a G, I've got an H, and I got a J. They're all going to be inferior. We're going to downgrade him to a Panzer III J. Upgrade, downgrade. So he's at full strength. That's kind of important. So we have these 4 attack paths to get into the city. I think the two most critical are these two right here. So first things first is to distribute the scout cars, the armored cars, the Panzer IIs, the motorcycle, recon units, all around. We'll start there, and then one up north here. I think those are the only staging areas we have. Yeah, they are. So I think before these guys can really advance on the city, they're going to have to support the taking of the town of Tula, which is going to be an interesting difficulty. The question is, where do I put my Karl Garat that he can do the most damage? And normally I would want to put him here in the center spot to try to break down some of these fortresses and defenses. But I don't know. It's very difficult for me to choose. I think I am going to choose this center slot here, this staging area, and going to support him with a regular artillery piece. It's a little bit longer range. Going to support him with an anti-tank 88, which is going to be backed by my Panzer 3 Stug, my Stug 3. Okay, so there's an anti-tank forces there. Now the center, this is the central wave of attack. The first target is just the Moscow city area. I think I'm going to put my grenadiers, my Panzer grenadiers there, and supported by my best pioneer units, because they'll be going up against the fortresses. Supported by a solid infantry unit. The ideal thing would be for these guys to sweep down here and take the town of Kimry and the airbase there, but I feel like there'll be a strong counterattack from the Siberian reinforcements. Nevertheless, I'm going to put the Bridgers there, and I've got a Panzer 38T. Which can I upgrade him, and how much better a tank can I get him into? Well, they did have 38Ts. It would be. Now, I'm going to put him here, and I'm going to also put one of my 2 anti-tank weapons, my Panzerjäger 3, which I'm going to upgrade with a experience star to 11. Upgrade him, put him there, and they're going to drive towards this river and try to take Kimry. The central assembly area is all taken up, so now we have the second battle group, and I'm going to need additional pioneer and grenadier units to execute this attack. So I'm going to have to upgrade some of the guys I have. I'm going to upgrade these regular Wehrmacht infantry to grenadiers and give them the upgraded half tracks. And I'm going to put him there. And I'm going to upgrade this Wehrmacht infantry to a pioneer unit. He's already got a half track, so he can go there. I'm going to put a Bridger unit right here too, because I'm going to need to come in and relieve the attack on the town of Tula, which I suspect there's going to be a lot of infantry here, so I'm going to go with the Panzer II Flam tank and an artillery piece. My anti-tank gun there. No, I don't think there's going to be any tanks coming that way to speak of. I'm going to put the artillery piece, the 88. What am I talking about? The 88, I'm going to put him right here, backed up by the Werferoptum, who can get upgraded to a 12 with experience. So I'm going to upgrade him, put him there. My other anti-tank unit, my 5cm Pak 38, is going to go right there. My cavalry, okay, I'm going to put my cavalry and my Fallschirmjägers down here, because taking this town is going to be problematic. I've got another artillery piece here, my smaller one, and where do I put my best Panzer unit? Well, I don't have too many choices at this point, so I'm going to put him here. My Panzer IVs are going to be here and here. All right, this guy, this Panzer 3J, has a couple of Reinhold Siebert is field repairs. That means he gets, if he doesn't attack, he gets automatic repairs. The Panzer 3J has tank killers and prudent. I'm gonna go in and I'm going to release his tank killer, and I'm going to use him. I'm going to apply that hero to my best Panzer unit here, my Panzer IV prototype. And I'm going to assign him as a tank killer. And I'm also going to assign the evasive hero to give him a better chance at defense. So that's my best Panzer unit. Can I upgrade my anti-aircraft? Use an 8, that's a 6, nope. But I have no place to distribute them. I'm going to have to wait on the Panzer 3J, and the two Panzer 3Js and the anti-aircraft unit are going to have to wait for distribution because they simply aren't available. There's no spot for them to be put. So, all right, so let's go to my aircraft. I've got a Bf-109E here, fighter aircraft, and a Bf-109F. I'm going to upgrade this E to an F. And I think I can overstrength him to 11. So Blue Squadron is going to form up here. The idea being that we're going to try to take control of this airfield north of the city. And in order to support that, I'm going to upgrade this Ju-87R to a Ju-87B, which is one of my new availabilities. And the strategic bomber, the Blue Squadron strategic bomber, is going to go there. Now, in support of that air group, let's see where the Reds are going to go. I don't anticipate a lot of activity down here, but this is really important to take this town early on. So I'm going to put the red group. I'm going to put them here, and we're gonna back attack. I'm going to upgrade that to a DO-217, 18 and 7. We're going to back attack this town of Tula here. My Ju-87B, I'm going to upgrade that to a D as well. Whoops, I'm going to upgrade him one more because he's got another experience point. So he's going to be there, all well protected. And then my storage, can I upgrade? No, my storage is my scout plane. I'm going to use him here. Alright, and then I just have Green Squadron, which is a couple of Bf-110Ds and another Bf-109E. I'm going to put him there. And I think I can upgrade both of these 110Ds. Can be upgraded to 110Fs. Yeah, so they have a better aerial attack and a better armor attack. I'm going to put one there. And I'm going to put another one here. Also upgraded to a Bf-110F. Now the reason these light bomber heavy fighters are so useful is because they can do both. They can attack both as a fighter or as a bomber, depending on what you need them to do. Okay, that's it. I don't have any place. I don't have any yellow spots. Oh, I do have one spot on the ground. I could put a tank down there. So I'm going to put my Panzer 3J there. Okay, that helps out a lot. Now I've only got these two guys to bring into the battle as reinforcements later. And then I can start adding some other units. What else could I add? I could add some more regular Wehrmacht infantry as auxiliaries. Okay. And then I can add some more. It's always important to have artillery when you're assaulting a city. We'll go with the SG 333, the KCM. We'll add that to the basket. Let's go ahead and get a Nerval Warfare in here. We'll add that to basket. And a Storm Panzer. And then why not a couple, well, we're good on anti-tanks. How about a third strategic bomber? Let's add him. So these are all my reserves now. Oh, the strategic bomber does not appear to have been purchased. There he is. And I'm gonna add the lethal attack hero to him. Okay, so I think we're set. Actually, yeah, he can come over here and help with the attack on Tula. So I've got a lot of backup resources here in the second wave to come after the city, and I'm just about at my limit. All right, so that's it. We're gonna now switch over to attack mode and actually begin the battle. Some of our units have not been deployed on the map. That's right, because they're in reserve. Do you want to exit the end the deployment phase now? I do. Okay. Don't have a lot of clarity here on what's going on. Where's my storage? Where do they put my storage? Let's swing him right through here. Ooh, there's a lot of forces arrayed against us. Okay. So I hit this guy with my Karl Garot. That knocks him down considerably. Can also hit him with my KCM 17 centimeter KC-18. Alright, my Wehrmacht infantry is going to advance. And my motorcycle recon. Okay, just going to move everything forward. My Pioneer. I'm going to bring them up to assault this fortress unit. And I'm going to use this 88. I'm going to convert it to anti-tank mode. And hit this Soviet T-50. Well, first of all, let me hit him with my Stug. Actually, let me try that again. Right now he's artillery support. Switch to anti-tank. Ooh, yeah, I get a better result with the anti-tank 3-3. Now let's see if my 88 can eliminate him. Ooh, down he goes. Down he goes. Okay, so what are we looking at here? Some Soviet infantry, some fortresses, looks like an empty city there. We got an anti-tank gun hanging out here in space. I think we'll switch this Bf-110F to fighter mode, or bomber mode. Let's see if there's any, yeah, there's a T-34 there, but we're going to attack. From Green Squadron, we're going to attack that anti-tank gun. Bridgers forward. Our Panzer II recon unit. Which, by the way, should have a slightly different camouflage. Should have a snowy camouflage on them. Let the camouflages load. Sometime this week. How about wash camouflage for that guy. I'm going to advance up and take this small town of Kiln. And then our rest of our guys, they're going to need a slightly snowy camouflage. Panzer 38. Same thing with, I don't know about that. Let's see. How about this one? That's better, that's good. Get the anti-tank gun here. Okay, now, the Ju-88 can be extremely effective against fortifications and against enemy tanks, and I know there's a T-34 over here. So do I try to weaken this fortification, or do I try to find that T-34? Because I am going to get some flak fire from that anti-aircraft weapon. I think I'm gonna weaken this. No, you know what? I'm going to try for the T-34. I think my scout found him right about there. Yeah, there he is. I'm going to hit him. Weaken him considerably. My Panzerjäger 35R should be able to take him out. Going to guard him with another aircraft. Now I have my strategic bomber. Do I go after the anti-aircraft? Yeah, I do, because that'll weaken everything. Go after the anti-aircraft gun. Knocks him down and protect him with my BF-109F. Which is going to get shot at, but it's going to weaken that artillery. So we're progressing pretty well along that way. Wow, this fighter, this BF-109E. If I go to pure fighter mode, interesting. No real change. Here I can ground attack. Well, I'm going to come up here and hit this anti-tank gun. It's kind of weak. Okay, now, what else do I have going? Well, I've got Tula here. I seem to have a lot of entrenched Sovietsky infantry. I'm going to hit this, going to hit that cavalry first. I'm going to try to take it out with my Panzer II Flammen tank. Which, by the way, also needs a winter camouflage. Then this Panzer II recon tank needs a little winter camo. I'm going to sweep him over here to try to finish off that cavalry unit. Which he does. Could leave him exposed to back-ass counterattacks, but that's what this Panzer III is for. Okay, so the rest of the town here. Pretty interesting stuff. I'm going to drop my paratroopers. Just get this town kind of basically surrounded. And I'm going to need to take out the enemy fighters here. Excuse me, I have a cold. Alright, that was a good hit. BF-109F took down that, what is it, Yak 1 to about a half 50% strength. My second squadron should be able to come in and just about finish him off. Do I still have that BF-110? Yeah, I have a BF-110F. He's in bomber mode. I'm going to switch him to air combat mode, and I'm going to finish that fighter off. Heavy fighter, light bomber. Okay, now I'm going to have to crack these defenses around Tula. They're going to be fairly heavy. So I'm going to need some bomber capability. I'm going to use my strategic bombers to weaken the enemy here. This is my new strategic bomber. I'm going to weaken him. I'm going to weaken that guy out in the open. Do I want... No, you know what? I don't want to do that. I want to weaken this guy right next to him. Bring my Panzer Grenadier over there. I'm going to bring my artillery piece over. I'm going to use my Stuka to hit that cavalry out in the Great Wide Open. This ought to be sufficient to take these guys if I can soften them up enough. But Tula's not going to be an easy fight. Now what do I do with my Pioneer and my Grenadiers? I move them up. I move my anti-tank guns in behind them. I move my scout cars. Great, so I've got an 88 here, which there's no tanks really to fight. I'm going to switch him to, I'm going to move him to anti-aircraft. I'm going to move him there, and I'm going to advance my Werferhaufen. And then bring up my Panzer IV. And I'm going to attack those guards, Soviet Guards unit, 17 guards. Knock them down by a few. And take that town of Naro-Forminsk. And I got my other Panzer IV here to do even a little bit more damage. Okay, so why I'm doing this is the 88 can be effective against the fortress. So next move, I ought to be able to move him up here to attack that, and combine that with the Pioneer, we ought to be able to take that fortress out. So that's a good advancement. And this artillery, I'm just going to need more support. These guys are deeply entrenched in fortifications, and you know, after we take Tula, we're going to have to take some of these other towns, including this one here, Kolomnia. All right. Let's go to our reserves and bring them forward. We got 4 infantry. Are they going to be useful down here? I think I got enough infantry there. Don't think I have quite enough here. These guys are just going to march. Another artillery piece. Where else am I going to need more infantry? Here and here. Panzer III. Another artillery piece. And a Nerverwerfer. Nervelwerfer. And an anti-tank, anti-aircraft gun. Okay, so these guys all need camouflage paint schemes as well. That's pretty bright. All right, we're good. Sorry, I get kind of obsessive about it. I should also change the paint schemes, camouflage schemes on my aircraft to winter. Load all the aircraft schemes. Takes a minute. Can't wait to get a new computer. Okay, there's blue winter. Also blue winter. Also make him blue winter. Green stay green. This guy is also blue winter. The reds have to be red winter. We'll call that new bomber a red squadron. A strategic bomber for now. And I don't think there's any green winter scheme. Is there a green winter? Oh yeah, there's a green winter scheme for my green squadron. Usually my green squadron, guys, actually is my specialized squadron, where all my special fighters and bombers go, the ones with special capabilities, you know. But honestly, I have not done that in this game just because I haven't gotten the heroes that you normally get. Okay, I think we're set. We're going to move on to turn number 1 for the Ruskies and see how they counterattack. Relatively expected there. Gonna bomb my anti-aircraft guns, my 88s. They attack artillery and anti-tank first and foremost. They almost never attack infantry. Ooh, somebody took a beating there. Yep, that fortress took a big beating. Counterattacking around Tula, which is now really the most important battle going on. Attacking my cavalry. Can they knock them out? No. Gonna bring some. Ooh, got counterattacked by my grenadiers. That Soviet conscript infantry got counterattacked by my grenadiers. You don't usually see support like that. I guess that's what makes them grenadiers, huh? AT support for my anti-tank gun. Wow, that was good stuff. I'm going to sweep this Panzer III around and attack those cavalrymen and try to finish them off. Shit. Didn't quite finish them off. Well, guess what? My artillery can finish them off. Okay, where are we now? I'm going to swing over here and take this town of Venyov. I'm going to swing around here with my Panzer III, and I'm going to take the airbase and attack the 20th Regular Soviets there. I've got an artillery piece here where I'm going to weaken them even further. Have my Fallschirmjägers attack them. Reinforce my other Fallschirmjägers. Now my Panzer II, okay, I can do any number of bits of damage, but I can almost completely wipe those guys out, these 20th Regular Soviets, with a flame tank attack. We got them to retreat. That's important. I got my Fallschirmjägers here. Okay, so I've got 4 real units left. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Okay, I'm going to use my new strategic bomber, which is this Ju-88A, to try to wipe those guys out so they're off the board. Can't be reinforced. And then I'm going to use my other strategic bomber, my established experienced guy. He's going to hit these heavy, Soviet heavy infantry, heavy weapons guys. Knock them down a notch. And the Fallschirmjägers are going to hit them. So this is going to take another turn or two to get these guys. Let's see if I go with the Ju-88A. Might be able to take them out. Let's find out. Ugh, just knocked them down by one. Alright, I'm going to upgrade. I'm going to reinforce these two fighter squadrons, bring them back up to strength. I got my Bf-110F. Going to switch him into bomber mode and go after this T-26 tank. Knocked him down a little bit. Going to use my Pak-38 50mm gun to take out that Sovietsky tank. And I'm going to move him over this way. Because I know he does AT support, so if this guy comes out and goes after him, it'll be a problem. Okay, I'm going to get a sizable force going here this way. Going to force march my troops, my new, fresh, green recruits. And guess what? Let me scout over this way. So Tula is going to take another turn or two. Alright, we're going to hit these Soviet Guards troops. And then we're going to bring in... I got Pioneers. We got Grenadiers. Gonna bring in the Grenadiers here. Gonna bring in my Nurgelwerfers. Gonna bring my Pioneers forward. And then I'm gonna hit this fortress with my two best Panzers. My two Panzer IVs. And weaken them considerably. Okay. Now let's hit the enemy aircraft. Got my blue squadron guys. Here's my Bf-111F. I'm going to switch this 88 to anti-aircraft mode. Weaken him. I really want to finish this guy off. Maybe I can come up here with this anti-aircraft unit and finish off this fighter squadron who is tough as nails. Let's try it again. Damn. Alright, so the answer is no on that. Alright, let's move our Panzerjäger 35R over to finish off this T-34. And move our Sturmpanzer forward. Okay. What can we do with our Stuka? We can get rid of these Sovietsky troops here. Pioneers forward. Yeah. I can do some serious damage to those fortresses. Oh, it's gone? Cool, it's gone. I have my artillery pieces here. And here. And I have my grenadiers who can finish those guys off. I can advance my Wehrmacht infantry, my fresh marching Wehrmacht infantry. I'm going to knock out the fortress because it's fun to knock out fortresses. These guys, my regular Wehrmachts, they're going to get knocked out. And I'm going to advance my artillery pieces forward. Artillery is crucial to crushing cities. Absolutely crucial. All right, my Sturmgeschütz 3. What do I do with it? I'm going to reinforce him. And I still have my big strategic bomber, my DO 217. I can fly him. I can get rid of these ghosts. Ghosts of destroyed Sovietsky army past. I'm going to keep hitting this anti-aircraft gun. Try to weaken it because air superiority over this area will be key to taking it. And right across the river is the Kremlin. So not going to move him forward. Going to leave him there. This guy, going to leave the Wehrmacht infantry there. Got plenty of support. Yep, just going to leave those guys there. They could fight, but they're just going to stay. Panzer 38. You know, I'm going to wait on this airbase until I can get... until I can get across that river in more strength, because as it stands now, I'm not going to have enough. If there's a fierce counterattack when I try to take Kimry and the base there, I'm going to be in some trouble, so I don't want to do that. So, okay. I think we're fairly well wrapped up here. On turn 2. Let's help our guys dig in on the defensive side of things. All right, there we go. We've established forward positions. Let them come after us. Which they do with their air forces. Fuck you, Ruskies. Oh, that's going to be the end of that fighter squadron. Oh, come on. 8-1, and he doesn't get knocked out when he gets ambushed? Come on. I don't care how inexperienced my pilots are there. Did that hurt? Yeah, send out troops to try to attack my anti-tank and tank units. Which you can only do if there isn't artillery to back them up. I like it when you come out in the open. I really do. It helps me. Okay, it's the end of that turn. Alright, we're going to change this over. It's snowing this turn. We're going to change this over to an anti-tank mode. And we are going to hit this particular fortress. Here's my Here's my pioneers. I'm going to move this Panzer just cautiously forward. He's on the river. I don't know. Let's switch positions here. This is a little command we can do where we switch positions. I bring the pioneer over. He nearly completely wipes out the fortress, but the Wehrmacht infantry finishes them off. Okay, let's advance them forward. And I'm going to move this Nuremberger forward. Okay, can I reinforce any of my fighter or attack squadrons? No. Yes, there I can. All right, what are we going to do here? This Panzer II, I'm going to move him back, and I'm going to reinforce him. I'm going to bring in my Panzer, my Stuck 3. Going to bring in my Sturmpanzer 1, my Bridgers. Going to reinforce my 88. And I'm going to use my Karl Garat, which is really coming in handy. To hit those particular troops, we're going to focus on these guys, the 8th conscripts. We're going to keep pounding and hammering them. Reinforce my pioneers. Swing around. I'm not really liking the way this is shaping up here, but it's going to have to do. I think we'll bring some more infantry into it. Let's get a couple cavalry and a couple of Wehrmachts. Yeah. Okay, how are we going to finish off town of Tula? Well, first of all, we're not going to use that cavalry. We're going to reinforce them. We're going to bring the artillery piece across and hit the main forces. We're going to pound them with artillery. We're going to attack them with our Fallschirmjägers. We're going to knock out their heavy infantry. And we're going to finish them. Okay, so we've taken Tula. That's good. Now we're going to head across the open steppes here and take some of these other towns. Actually, the Fallschirmjägers can drop in and take these three and then fly back out and help take Colmine, I don't know. And we got a Panzer III right there. Everything else, yep, gonna sweep up this way. Fallschirmjäger, Fallschirmjäger, Fallschirmjäger. Artillery, artillery. The artillery will go north, where it's more useful against the defenses of the city. Now I'm going to keep the Karl Garat right there. I think that's it for this turn. I think I don't have anything left. Oh no, I've got this SIG 33. Kind of a wimpy gun, but he could add some suppression. You know, it's amazing with how weak the German tank guns were that they were able to get any tank kills at all against the much better armored Soviet vehicles. There weren't a lot of T-34s and KB-1s and KB-2s out at this point, but there were enough that the Germans shouldn't have been able to do a damn thing against them. Okay. Actually, do I want to no, I can't reinforce that. He's as reinforced as he's going to get. Self-propelled guns, early German self-propelled guns. Okay, so I have this one, 38T. I'm going to move my Panzerjäger 35R over. Just got to slowly kind of wear these guys down. Third Wehrmacht Infantry. Okay. Interesting. Now, you know what? I'm going to move him back over here. Because this bridger is going to be critical to getting me across this river when I need to. I'm not ready yet. Alright, let's see what the Sovietskis have on this turn. Attack my artillery. My artillery fires back. Guards get counterattacked by my grenadiers. Counterattacked by my Wolverhampton. They get wiped out. Not a good move there. These Ruskies are going to fight it out. Take a hit. I don't know why they're coming out of their defensive positions. I really don't. All right, the weather is clear. Let's get our Fallschirmjägers up in the air. Fly them over here to take these small towns. Oh, okay, I can see there's going to be some resistance. That's okay. We're going to take these towns and that useless airfield way back there. I don't think we're going to need much more than that. Put my Panzer III out there. Move my artillery forward. Let's see what's out here. Oops. Yeah. Gonna reinforce that infantry. those guys forward. Okay, let's move this 88 over here to attack this bunker. Move my Panzer IV forward. Move my Wolverhampton. That guy's down to 1 of 10. This Grenadier needs to be reinforced. Also needs new uniform. I didn't give him the Grenadier uniform. This sort of brown, tan look uniform. There he goes. That way we can distinguish him. Move this Wehrmacht infantry forward. Move this Pioneer infantry forward. Okay. I'm gonna move my motorcycle recon unit. Ooh, I got a great chance to take this guy out. I'm gonna do it, or nearly do it. BF-110F should be able to get that job done. Damn. Okay. What are we gonna do here? Panzer 38. It's going to attack that artillery piece. Stug 3 is going to hit those Ruskies, knocking them out. These Wehrmacht infantry are going to move forward. Alright, I'm going to stop fucking around with this. I'm just going to take that fortress out. I'm going to move my infantry forward to attack the anti-tank gun. Gotta bring in my new cavalry forward. Bring my new Wehrmacht infantry forward. Bring my pioneers forward. Anti-tank on this. Take out those guys. Ruski regulars. Now these guys are completely surrounded. Reinforce my Panzer II. Bring my anti-aircraft units there. Okay, slowly but surely working my way up towards this part of Moscow. Alright, fighters. Let's see what we got in the way of fighter jets, fighter planes. I'm going to take out that small Yak-1. Yakolev 1. Down you go. Down goes the Yakolev 1. What else do I have? Got some more fighters. They'd be more useful somewhere else. use my Ju-87 here to weaken that T-34. Going to protect it with that Bf-109E. Gonna bomb the Gashitskis out of that anti-tank gun. And these Soviet troops on the wing here. And use my fighter plane to attack that Kayushkat's rocket launcher. Shit, didn't do any good. Gonna move my Storch scout plane to this new air base here. Got my cavalry going. Okay, I think between all these units here, I'm going to be able to take this town of Mikhailov, and to the air base and Skopin. And then I can move up and go after Kolomna. So things are going good enough. They're not going great. Alright, I've got this Bf-110F. Switch him to a fighter. Going to attack that Soviet aircraft, which is what, a Sukhoi Su-2. That's gotta hurt. Knocked out a lot of his strength. And finish him off with my Bf-109E or F. I've got two Fs here. Okay, gonna finish him off with my Bf-109F. Okay, fighter plane. There's no fighters at that air base, so I'm going to soften up that anti-tank gun right now with my strategic bomber, so that when I do cross the river, which will probably be next turn, I've got a solid counterattack there. And what am I going to do here with this Stuka? Can hit those troops. I could probably finish off. Oh, I can't quite finish that off because I can't reach. I'm going to hit this anti-tank gun. All right. Thank you for the good weather. Okay, I think we're good. We're closing in on Moscow. Taking beating, but we're doing it. All right, let's see what the Russians do on the next turn. Anti-aircraft fire, bringing more planes up from out of nowhere. It's amazing the volume of planes they actually have. Gonna bring some conscripts up to attack my motorcycle recon. Gonna try to fight my bridgers. Gonna bring that KV-1 forward. Let's see if my Panzer III can handle him. Gonna go after my recon car. And they have failed. Okay, I am gonna take a quick break and be right back to complete the next turn. Okay, we are back after the break. Gonna now address turn 5 here. First thing I'm gonna do is drop my paratroopers down. Take these two towns. This guy we're gonna drop. We're just gonna basically completely encircle these troops here if we can. And wait until these two paratroopers are ready to move up and resume the attacks. I'm going to sweep my cavalry across the steppes here. And I'm going to use my Stork scout plane to try to open things up. Okay, my biggest problem right now is I've got these two Soviet tanks causing me problems, and I've got these troops right here that are kind of in the way. So what I'm going to do is shell them, try to create some suppression with my SG-133, SIG-33-2. Okay, and I'm going to hit the troops there. I'm going to bring the cavalry up, try to finish them off. I can bring my tanks up. I know I need to get this scout car out of the way. So I'm going to move him back into this town and reinforce him. Use my artillery against that KV-141, which is a tough tank. See if I can knock him out. I can't, but I'm going to go over and seize. I'm not able to seize the airfield. Move the 50mm anti-tank gun. Basically just try to close in on this town of Cologne. I should be able to take out that pillbox with my 88. I'll move him forward. Destroy that Katyushka rocket launcher. And then I just can't see there being nothing between us. Well, no, there wasn't. So I'm going to use my advanced prototype Panzer IV with the long 75mm gun to take out the KV-1 and do significant damage to that Valentine Lend-Lease tank, which is garbage. Okay, we're going to use our Nürbelwerfer here and our Wolverhampton to hit these Ruskies. We're going to use our Wehrmacht infantry to protect them. Then we're going to take our objective here with our Grenadiers. And I'm going to advance on this pillbox with my Pioneer infantry. What did they get? It's where we can't see the strength. Got knocked down 50%. Okay, I'm going to hit that artillery with my Panzer IV. Going to bring my Wehrmacht infantry forward. And I'm going to bring in my Karl Garot. The Karl Garot is great because it just grinds things to dust. You know, not a damn thing you can do about it. Hitting these Ruskies with my Pioneers and my regular Wehrmacht infantry. And I'm going to go ahead and take the town, take that part of town with my scout car. Or actually, I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna go get that anti-aircraft unit, take it out. My cavalry is gonna come in and attack this artillery unit. And now we're right outside the Kremlin. That's the Kremlin. I wish they do a terrible job. Like, Paris doesn't show the Eiffel Tower. The Kremlin should show the spires of the Kremlin, shouldn't it? All right. I have aircraft here that need addressing. Need to be taken out. I'm going to send my Bf-109F in to attack that LAGC-3. Do some damage. Because these guys have been an irritant. They've been hurting us. Use all my fighter squadrons to attack any Sovietsky aircraft I see in the skies. That allows me to reinforce my artillery. Or use my artillery. How am I going to take out this bomber? Oh, this is how. I'm going to use these two Blue Squadron fighters. Take out this Soviet bomber. Hopefully they will go down. Shit. Didn't completely knock him out, but that's what I have the BF-110F4. He's in fighter mode, so I'm going to fly him over and finish off that Sovietsky bomber. Down he goes. Down he goes. All right. We have our Stug 3. We have our anti-tank. I'm still not quite ready to take this town yet. So I'm gonna use my Stuka to work on that anti-tank gun. The Bridgers are okay fighters, but they're not really great. These Wehrmacht infantry are going to have to be reinforced. I'm going to use my Stug 3 to attack that infantry, that Soviet infantry, and wipe it out. Then I'm going to use my 88 on that fortification. Now, is there another aircraft I can hit that fortification with? Maybe the Stuka? Yeah, the Stuka will reach. But it won't do that much damage. It'll do a lot more damage to this anti-tank artillery piece. Probably put in range of that anti-aircraft weapon if I do that. Let me see if I can use my heavy bomber, my strategic bomber. No, again, it does more damage over here on this anti-tank gun. Okay, I'm just going to go surround this town. Got to strengthen or reinforce these grenadiers, these Wehrmacht infantry. I can force march up over here to attack those Russian conscripts. Try to weaken them, knock them out. No attacks left. No aircraft left. Oh, I do have a BF-110. You know, I'm going to go after this Soviet Valentine 3 Lend-Lease tank. Ooh, got him the second time around. Yeah, I cheated a little bit. Now I've got a couple of heavy strategic bombers that are pretty far away from the action. I'm going to send them. And this one, my new Ju-88, I'm going to move him up to my new air base. And assume I can hold that air base for at least one turn. Before the Siberian reinforcement counterattacks begin. Alright, these guys are all set. He's surrounded. I wish we had an aircraft to help soften him up, but we don't. Okay, Wehrmacht infantry going to march forward into the heart of Moscow. Bring my artillery piece forward, my long range. Now see, these bigger long-range artillery pieces, they will counter battery fire against armor, but the small ones will counter battery fire against infantry. So you have to know which one you're going to use to protect, whether you're trying to protect infantry or armor. It's kind of weird. It's a weird rule to have in the game. This SIG-33F is a prototype. He's got very little experience. I don't care that much about him. I'm going to move him forward. It's going to make him vulnerable, but make it an interesting, you know, I think he can survive. So this guy's surrounded. We're going to work him over on the next turn. And, yeah, Panzer II. It's going to protect that artillery piece. Okay, is that it? That's all we got. We got this. I don't want to do a 3-4 attack. Especially I think I have Pioneers. Where's my Pioneers? Right there. They might be able to take 2 steps over. So that you go with a Pioneer, because the Pioneers are specially designed units to attack pillboxes and stuff. And if I can get him to march over there, that'll soften up this pillbox considerably, because it's at 10 out of 10 strength. And if he tries to attack the 88, he's going to take a beating. So we shall see. All right, things are looking good. The key thing now is to establish this line where we take the Kremlin across the city. Like a line that basically goes from the northern town of Kimry down here to the southern town of Kolomina. And then we can worry about finishing off the Soviet reinforcements, which are hiding in there. All right, let's go. Next turn. Ruskies try to fight their way out of their encirclement. Ooh, they bring guards forward to attack my Panzer IV. They hurt him. They make the mistake. T-34 makes the mistake of coming out to fight my anti-tank gun. All right. Now we have snow this turn. That means no aircraft. That's going to make life more difficult. But not completely. Stop us. Okay, I'm going to bring my artillery forward to attack this anti-aircraft battery. I'm going to move this anti-tank gun forward. This cavalry, what am I going to do? Okay, I'm going to move this Panzer III back. I'm going to move the cavalry forward to attack that anti-aircraft gun. Anti-aircraft, or anti-tank gun. I'm going to move my Bridgers forward. I'm going to put my Panzer IV in there. I'm going to bring my armored car forward. Where's my other Panzer IV? He's right here. I'm going to give him all the reinforcements I have. It's pretty good. Got him up to 11. You know, the problem is with these things is that you only have so many in reserve, and you just don't have enough spare parts to keep them going. But this is this the one? No, this is the Panzer IV without the field repairs. See, this one, because I didn't use him in combat, should strengthen to a 12 next time. Because he's got the field repairs hero. So we're going to attack this this strong point, this fortress. It's down to a strength 2 out of 10. My Pioneers are going to move forward. I'm going to hit the guards with a little Nirvelwerfer action. I'm going to move these Wehrmacht infantry and this motorcycle recon unit forward. Got some more pioneers here. Yes, indeed, they can go. They will weaken this strong point pillbox. Knock it down to 4 out of 10. Should be able to about finish him off with his 88. Not quite. Damn. However, the 88 is going to come in handy in an anti-tank roll over here. So I'm going to move forward. Going to take the town. Actually, no. You know what I got to do is I got to move him into the anti-tank roll. Take the town of Kilme and wipe him out. Kimry, not Kilme. Okay, well, same difference. And then sweep the Panzer II over here. Try to cut him off. Need any reinforcements amongst my aircraft? No. Going to be moving Blue Squadron over to this airbase pretty much as soon as the weather clears, which will hopefully be tomorrow. Meantime, I'm going to move the artillery piece over here to hit that T-34. T-34, you're doomed. You made a big mistake. You came out to fight me, and you're doomed. I could fight you, but I'm going to reinforce my Panzerjäger 35R, and you're not getting away. You might be able to bug out that way, but you're in trouble. Okay, here is my 42nd Wehrmacht infantry. I do not get anything at strong points down to 1, a strength of 1. Wow, still can't take them out. Karl Garat. Going to attack with that artillery. That strong point is really determined not to go out fighting. Jeez Louise. Can you please just die? Nothing can kill it. Guess another pioneer attack will have to suffice. Okay, chance to reinforce any fighter squadrons I've got in the bad weather. Yeah, there we go. 10. He's an 11. These guys are going to be moved pretty soon. All right, so we've just about got the line established that we want from Kimmy through the Kremlin itself and down to Coloma, I don't know. Meantime, what we want to do now is just sort of wipe these conscripts out of ammo, make them use their ammo. This should be down to just, yeah, 1. Ooh, excellent. What's more useless? No, okay. No, the Panzer II can take the town. Goes forward. Now the Flammen Panzer and the Panzer III can advance. Meanwhile, what we'll do is we'll reinforce these Fallschirmjägers. And then when the weather clears, we'll use them maybe to take this airfield back here behind enemy lines. We shall see. It's risky, though. Okay, what do we have left? We have 29th Wehrmacht Infantry. There's going to be some strong Soviet infantry there. I'm going to use this as a chance to reinforce him. I'm going to bring these guys forward. And that's it. I'm not going to use that Panzer IV to fight in that particular case. Oh, we got an 88 here. I could use it to knock that out. It's risky because I'm going to use this 88 to knock out this anti-aircraft gun. It's now completely gone, but he's vulnerable to a counterattack, especially against infantry. But this SIG 33-2 SF, whatever it is, experimental weak-ass howitzer, should give me a little support. You know, it's really one of the things I don't like about the game is how little effectiveness a lot of these guns have. Unless you happen to have a lethal attack hero, in which case they're really strong. Okay, that's it. We're done with the turn. Let's go forward. Those look like Siberians. They had turbans on. So there's some kind of Afghanis. Again, my grenadiers support my pioneers from behind. That's awesome. Because infantry doesn't do support like that very often. I gotta figure out what hero it is that does that. Ooh, my 88's getting counterattacked pretty strong. Okay, again, guys, I'm gonna take a little break. I gotta get some Kleenexes. I got a cold, so hang on. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and just happened to walk out there and get the glorious news that Manchester United is losing in the FA Cup. That's always good. All right, so the cavalry has taken out that anti-tank emplacement. They're gonna march. Oh, I'm just gonna have them march forward and take that town of Yegorskovisk. The Bridgers will take the town of Kolomina. My Panzer III. I'm going to move him forward to attack that KV-2. Panzer IIIJ with that little gun, he's not that tough, but going to advance his cavalry to take out that Soviet anti-tank. See, the anti-tank self-propelled guns are pretty vulnerable to infantry. Okay, the 88 is going to hit the T-34. Scout car is going to come forward. The Panzer IV is going to finish off this KV-2. Let's hope. Yes. And he gets an overrun, but he has no movement points left, so he can't overrun. All right, another anti-tank gun, the 50 millimeter Yak Panzerjäger. All right, we're moving in. Okay, that's my other Panzer III. I'm going to reinforce that. My Panzer II scout car. I'm going to move him forward. Need to reinforce all of these Fallschirmjägers. This may be over by the time I can get them into the air. So I'm going to reinforce them and then launch them from this airfield. Take 2 or 3 turns to get them up here someplace useful. Maybe I'll try to take this airfield way back here. All right. Moving on back. I'm going to take out this T-34. I'm going to do it first with my Panzerjäger 35R. And then I'm going to finish him with my 88. Kaboomba. Again, just because I can't stand. Those look like Siberian reinforcements. What are those little outfits? They're paratroops. Uh-oh. Sovietsky paratroops. Okay, I'm going to use my long-range strategic bomber on that sucker. Going to reinforce them. Okay, now I'm going to move all of this blue squadron forward to my new forward air base outside of Kimi, including my Ju-87D and my big heavy bomber. All right, let's get this fucking pillbox destroyed. Thank you, finally, by my pioneers. I'm gonna move my Stug 3B around over here. Gonna attack. Strum Panzer. I gotta get rid. These guys are annoying. Whoever they are, the paratroopers. Turn this into a bomber, BF-110F. Can I attack that? Yes, I can. Can I attack them? Yes, I can. Can I rebase? Yes, I can. This allows me deep penetration into the deep Soviet reserves coming from Siberia. Cavalry. Cavalry versus paratroopers. Got him. Wiped him out. Okay, gonna reinforce a bunch of my troopers here. Gonna send my Panzer IV around to attack this artillery. I'm gonna Nurble-Werf. Those troopers there. Gonna move my pioneers over here. My grenadiers are gonna take them out, and I'm going to seize the Kremlin with my Wehrmacht infantry. Herr General, by capturing all primary objectives, you have now achieved a remarkable success. Now you have a chance to win a truly decisive victory, a victory that might change the course of this war. To do this, secure all bonus objectives as well. Coming up. That's the idea. Another Wehrmacht infantry. Gonna move. What do I want to do here? I can wipe those. I'm gonna wipe that artillery piece out. Off the map you go. All right. This BF-110F. Can I rebase him somewhere? My red squadron. Again, note that because of the pattern, I'm going to be able to rebase a Stuka right on top of that T-34 carcass that's almost completely wiped out now. And although he will take some anti-aircraft hits, it's going to be the end of that T-34. A burning Hulk. Now I'm going to use this long-range strategic bomber, my red bomber, to hit and hurt do I want to do that? It's only a 2-to-1. Whereas I could attack this guy and completely knock him out of the fight. Yeah, can't be reinforced then. There we go. That was the better play. Okay, so we've established our line from Kimry down through the Kremlin and around to Kolomnina, but we're on the other side of the river. We still have these extra objectives to take. But we're good. We're looking good. I'm going to move this guy back and protect this. Okay. Russians have gotten the last of their reserves there, and I'm going to move my scout plan forward. Looks like the Russians have a lot of armor coming in from Siberia, T-34s. Some heavy stuff, some experimental equipment. They're hitting my armored car pretty good. It's going to take a strong armored response, and I've got most of my armor and anti-tank stuff in the wrong place. Now that scout car would have retreated before that. It's just ridiculous that it sits there and takes all these hits. He would have retreated long before that. Yeah, I'm just not accepting that. Okay. The SDKFZ gets a hero award. Gonna move him back this way. Reinforce him. Bring my Panzer III forward. Gonna move my armor up this way. At 88, gonna reinforce him. Bring up my Panzer IV, gonna reinforce him. Gonna attack this airfield. I'm gonna Stuka the shit out of this guy. Because he looks big and dangerous. Big and dangerous, for sure. Where's my other Stuka? Up here at the Blue Squadron? Sure, I need him there so much. Just got fighters here. Okay, I'm going to use my strategic bomber to weaken that anti-aircraft gun. Going to continue to attack. These guys here. Actually, let's see. Can we get this guy? Yeah, this guy can walk over here. Okay, doing a pretty good job. Need to get some more armor over this way. Doing okay, but all I've got is these aircraft. These weak-ass aircraft. Fighters. There's a BF-110F. Gonna knock down that T-34 a little bit. Lot of Soviet armor here. Okay, took out that anti-aircraft thing, so it means at least I can have air support, which means I'm going to need to bring more bombers in to this region where the real armored battle is taking place. Okay, so my other Stuka, I'm going to have to move him. I'm going to lose him this turn, but I'm going to get him into the battlefield for next turn. I'm going to be able to hurt their infantry with my strategic bombing. Get my Flamen tank on that guy. Okay, we're doing good. And then my other big strategic bomber. Who do I want to hit? I want to wipe him out if I can. Okay. I'll get my paratroopers into the air. Not sure where they're going yet, but I know I'm going to use them. Kind of exposed that Flamen Panzer to a heavy counterattack, but it was worth it to take out that infantry. Okay. Now where do we go from here? Well, we go down here, take out this tank with our 88. This, what is it, T-60? Goodbye. Our Panzerjäger 35R to take out this 63rd AT-1. And we didn't even need to use the Panzer 38T, which we'll use here to take out the armored car. And if not, the anti-aircraft unit will do it. No, not quite. Let's go with the artillery. Gonna reinforce our Stug. Bring in our grenadiers to take this airfield. Who do I want? Yeah, I can take that airfield with those troops. Gonna attack that artillery piece. Reinforce those pioneers. Set up the Nurblewurfers. Hit them with the Karl Garat, which is just about the most useful weapon in the game. Move my artillery pieces forward. I'm gonna put my troops up there to protect the Karlgarat from a counterattack. And then I'm gonna move this fighter jet forward to this airbase. So the Ruski resistance is crumbling. The question remains, and the problem is am I going to knock the city out? Am I going to take Moscow and all of the auxiliary targets in enough time? In enough time to hold on to the city through the winter? That is the question. All right, let's see what the Ruskies have in store. Oh, they're retreating. Do some repairs. Taking some counter battery fire. That's gotta hurt when the Karlgarat gets you and levels you flat. Gonna attack my Panzer II Flammen. Oh, retreat, retreat. There we go. Good. They're protected by other armor. Okay. Now let's see where we're at. Gonna move this 88 forward. Gonna move my Panzerjäger 35R forward. Do I have a Stuka? No, I don't. But I'm gonna use this BF-110F to weaken him a little bit. Gonna move my anti-aircraft. Artillery piece over. Alright, the only real infantry left is these guys holding this neighborhood outside of Moscow. Gonna hit them. Stug 3. Gonna reinforce these Wehrmacht infantry. Gonna move my grenadiers forward. Where are my pioneers? Where are they? Where are they? There they are. See if I can take them out this T-34. Yes. Okay, and then I'm going to use this big strategic bomber to soften up that bunker. Knocked him down 4. Ooh, that had to hurt. Okay. I don't know what this is. It's an SU-100Y, but it's one big tough mofo. Gonna soften up this T-34. Wait a minute, what happened there? Shouldn't he be able to... Oh no, I see, okay, alright. I've got to move this guy. No, I've got to move this guy off of here. Oh, that's weird. Normally they can just drop, paratroopers can just drop anywhere. Well, at any rate, I have the airbase behind them now. All your base are belong to us. Now I've got this BF-110F. A little bit better anti-tank attack. Knocked him down to 5. Now here comes slideshow mode. I don't know why this happens on this computer sometimes, but it's one of the reasons why I want to get a new computer. Okay, move this Wehrmacht infantry forward. Motorcycle recon unit forward. Take this supply dump. Move my Warframen. To hit those guys, hit those Ruskies. What kind of aircraft do I have? Do I have any strategic bombers to take out those infantry? Wow, slideshow time. No, I do not. Can use this guy to at least scout. Okay, there's not much left in terms of Russian resistance. That's true. That's for sure. These pioneers forward, although there isn't much left to fight for. Gonna move this Panzer IV forward. Grenadier, try to take out the Soviet infantry, and successfully did so. Alright, my Sturmpanzer 1, I'm going to reinforce him. All I've got left, I think, is fighter aircraft. So I'm going to try to hit the armor here. Okay, let's see what happens. We got this anti-tank gun. We got this Panzer III with very little experience. We got this 50 millimeter PAC 38 SF. I don't know what the SF stands for. Special Forces? Don't think so. Ooh, took him out. Now we have this Panzer IIIJ who has some experience. He's not going to be... Damn, he's not going to be able to reach that weak-ass T-34, which is down to 1. But he can hit this. He's a superior tank to the T-60, so I'll hit that. Okay, I'm going to hit the T-34 with my artillery. Okay, that Panzer II is ineffective against that T-34, which is almost completely destroyed. But that's okay. That's okay, because the destruction is coming. Okay, I'm going to move this artillery forward and hit that T-34. You know, in 1942, having this new Panzer IV with the long-barreled 70mm gun, 75mm gun, is going to be critical. Okay, overruns, but no movement left. Okay, the Ruskies are almost eliminated. I don't know if this scenario ends when I kill all the Ruskies or if it just is a time-based one. This one's been long, though. No question about it. Ooh, there's a few more forces up here than I thought, so we're not done yet. We got a ways to go yet. Ooh, new strategic bomber. My latest one. Okay, I'm gonna elite replace him. Actually, I'm going to undo that, and I'm going to do an upgrade, because it's a DO-217. I'm going to see if I can overstrength the other 12. No, well, let me do that. All right. Not during the game, even though he's on a supply hex. When you see a hex like this, when you see a hex with a air base and a circle, that means you can upgrade, and same thing here for ground units, but that doesn't mean you can increase their experience points, sadly. But that's okay. I'm not really going to need... I'm not going to need anything new here in this scenario. Okay, we're good. All right, that's it. Turn 10. Pour a little more Dr. Pepper. The thing is, the enemy, they always counterattack so aggressively rather than digging in. You know, they always make the mistake of counterattacking aggressively, which falls right into my hands. Now they're going to attack my Warfarhamen, and they're going to take a butt pounding for doing that. Yeah, I lost half his strength almost. And he's surrounded by infantry. Ooh, Panzer II, recon car taking it. Taking damage. Gonna get knocked out by that KV-1. Ooh, that hurts. KV-1s, KV-2s are tough. A lot more. See, this is the thing that happens. The Siberian reinforcements just keep coming. And you don't have the anti-tank weaponry to deal with them. You're in trouble. Alright, first things first. Pioneers take this part of Moscow, attack the strong point at the airfield. Gonna withdraw. draw my cavalry. Alright, I'm going to get one of my Ju-87Ds on that KV-1. Ooh, if I do, he's going to get hit by the anti-aircraft fire. Okay, so I'm going to hurt them on that anti-aircraft fire with my Stug 3. Going to hit him with my Panzer 38T. And I'm going to take him out with my big strategic bomber. Took him out. Good for me. Now my biggest problem is this guy right here. So I'm going to move my 88 up. Hit him with my 88. Get that Panzer 38T. Get him withdrawn back here. Okay, so there's no air cover anymore, which means I can hit both KV-1s with my Stukas. I think I need more Stukas. Thought that was a Stuka. That was a BF-109. There's my other Stuka. Gonna take out that fortress. Bring my Wehrmacht infantry in. Bring my Karl Gerät forward. Sturmpanzer, I'm going to bring it forward. All I've really got left are fighter aircraft. I just hate the burning hulks. Feels like failure. Feels like defeat. Where's my BF-110Fs? Okay, this Panzer 3J1 has almost no experience. We're going to move him in here and get him into a tank-to-tank fight. See if my Panzer II recon car can take him out. No. Bring my other, more experienced Panzer 3J in there. Bring in my PaK 38, 50mm gun, mounted on a truck. Ooh, you went. You're gone. Hit this infantry. Now what I'm trying to do here is preserve my Panzer IVs because this guy's got field repairs, which means he's just going to keep getting stronger until he gets up to 15. But I'm going to need them plus my 88s, plus some air assault capabilities to finish off the Sovietsky armor. Okay. That should about do it. Use the aircraft to attack here. There's my BF-110F. And bomber mode. Knocked him down a notch. Here's my heavy strategic bomber. See, because this infantry is a danger to that 88, even though the Stug 3 will probably do counter battery fire on him. So, what camouflage is that? That looks good. Can we see which one he's that one? Okay, so we're going to go to that tank and pick that same one. Yeah, I like that. I think it's more realistic than the whitewash. Although I'm sure there were some whitewashed German armor in the wintertime. We can go full whitewash on like the anti-aircraft trucks. Okay, close that. All right, we're good. Getting down to it now. Interesting, the Stug 3 did not defend him. The only reason this 88 survived is because this area they couldn't, it was a frozen over lake they couldn't walk on. Oh, you made a mistake. You're going to get ambushed by my 88, and that's the end of your KB1. It's snowing this turn. Aircraft won't be able to. My Panzer 35R to take him out. It's not gonna work. Move my Grenadiers forward. Upgrade my See, my Pioneers and my Pioneers and my Grenadiers are my most valuable infantry. The rest are all just cannon fodder with slightly different capabilities, but yet still cannon fodder. So I want to protect and preserve them, reinforce them whenever they get down a little bit. Looks like we're all good here. Chance to reinforce. See if I can upgrade. See if I can add an experience point to this guy here. Can I overstrengthen him? I can, but I have to go to 11 first, and then he's got the second star. I can now go to 12. Interesting how that works. Like, he's only got 2 stars. This Stuka's got 3 stars, but he's not at a resupply hex, air hex, so I can't do anything with him. But I could send him here, and then he can do that next turn. Interesting. So everybody else, I'm just going to reinforce. this guy does not have an experience yet. This guy has an experience star, but I can't move any of them. So all I can do is reinforce. Where's my second BF-110F? Where is he? I mean, if this was previously brought up to an 11 strength, I could upgrade into that, but I can't go beyond that. Yeah, see, this guy was previously at 12 strength. He's now got 14, so I have to move him and the other aircraft, this guy, to this air supply hex. These two air supply hexes where I can reinforce them. Okay, it looks like we're just about done. Sandra joined my chat group. That's cool. Yeah, and now he's strengthened up because of his field repairs. He's strengthened up to 14. The ideal thing, he's got field repairs, tank killer, and evasive. The ideal thing is if I could get the hero, the overstrength hero, what's it called? A consolidator. Then I could strengthen that tank up to a 20. And basically with field repairs, it would stay at a 20 strength. It'd be almost impossible to destroy, which is really cool. So I'm going to reinforce some of these other units. I don't think the Ruskies are going to get any more reinforcements at this point in the battle, so it is effectively over. Okay. Can I put them up in the air? I can, my two Fallschirmjägers. So even though they can't fly, they can at least be put onto their planes. And they can fly up here and take this airbase. Alright, let's go to the next turn. Oh, the Ruskies didn't do anything because they're almost completely wiped out. And the weather's cleared. So we're going to fly up north. I'm going to fly there first. We're going to fly up north. Can't quite make the trip, though. Now, why can't they parachute down? I don't understand that. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to bring up this inexperienced little Panzer III, and we're going to try to use him to finish off that KV-2. Yeah, we're out of Panzer IV replacement parts, so that's all I'm going to get. Alright, now to the task at hand. Going to rebase this strategic bomber up here to here. Now let's see, these guys, doesn't have a full experience star yet. This one has 3 full experience stars, but he's only at a 12, and I can't upgrade him. So what I've got to do is rebase him here. And now next turn, I'll be able to up him from 12 maximum strength to 13, which will overstrength him. And the same thing applies for aircraft, other fighter aircraft. This is the one who's at 10 and needs to be upgraded to an 11. And then, can we do the same with anybody else? This guy's got 11. Oh, he's got a 12, so he can be rebased to there. Now, he's got a maximum of 11 strength. He's now got 2 stars. 12 stars, it looks like, so I'm going to rebase him to there. And then this Stuka is a 12. He's got 2. Does he have a star yet? No. Who else do I have? I have my BF-110F. Still no. Still not a full experience star. They say that in experience that each star is harder to get than the next one, but I have found that not to be the case. I think it's the opposite. Okay, that Ju-88 is brand new. He doesn't have anything experience. Okay, it's BF-110F. I'm going to rebase him and do the same thing with him. See, they have to have the circle and the airfield. to be able to do an upgrade. This strategic bomber needs to do the same thing, and I'm going to put him right here. He doesn't have an upgrade star, and I don't think this fighter does either. Nope, hasn't got a second star yet. Okay, so I've done all that. We'll do that next turn. Damn, I should have moved my Panzer III. Wow, when it gets into the slow motion mode, it's really irritating. Okay, land my paratroopers. My 88. Now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get this Panzer III to get him a full experience star. Yeah, they say that you know, each one is harder to get than the previous one, but I found that once you get the first one, it's easier to get the second one and the third one and so forth. Okay, so that's done. So now let's go look at our aircraft, because we're in another turn now, and see if we can upgrade them. Okay, there's my Ju-88D. There's no upgrade option. Shit. Is it because it's snowing? How about him? No upgrade option. Must be because it's snowing, which is a weird reason not to be able to do an upgrade. What am I talking about? There's the upgrade option. Okay. Okay, so overstrength to an 11. Ta-da, done. Okay, so he's got one full star. He's now an 11. This fighter has 2 full stars. I was looking at the rebase button for some reason. We'll hit the upgrade button. Should be able to overstrength him to 12. There we go. Let's see if we can do 2 in the same. This guy's got this is a 14 experience. Wow. See what I mean about how, you know, he's able to do. Now this one, I'm gonna upgrade him to 12. Okay, that's all of them except this fighter. Can I upgrade him to an 11? See, I'm starting to get some experience with my fighters now. It'd be great if I got some aces. Okay, done. All my aircraft are upgraded in terms of getting more experienced stars and being able to fight more effectively because of that. So we're good. All right. Next turn, we'll begin to use this KB2 for target practice. Or the KB2 is going to use us for target practice. Okay, that's it. Next turn. Doesn't seem to be really helping his experience all that much. It did a little bit. See, as this star gets thicker over here, as this star gets thicker, it's more experience. And now suddenly we don't have the flow anymore. See it? Star got a little bit thicker. Okay. Suddenly the slow motion thing is over. Okay. New turn. Oh, he got reinforced. I guess he wasn't surrounded or encircled anymore. Oh, big mistake there by Mike. Here we go. Now he's not going anywhere. I'm trying to get this guy up to 1 star. He won't be able to be resupplied either. All right. I don't think we're going to make it. Let's go with our winning conditions here. Control main objectives, control bonus objectives. Okay, I'm doing all that. Okay. Oh, destroyed him. And victory. Okay, finally. We won at Moscow, but the question is it going to be sufficient to keep the Russian counterattack from driving us out of Moscow, Fedor von Butcherstein, or is it going to be insufficient and we're going to be knocked out of Moscow and have to get on the defensive for the winter Russian offensive? That's the next question for Fedor. However, what we don't know yet is what's going on at basically the same time in Africa with Erwin Butcherstein, who started his offensive on the 15th of November, just 3 days after we started this offensive on Moscow. So next episode, we are going to go take a look at what Erwin is doing. Thank you, and we'll see you next time on Mike Plays Panzer Corps 2.